Welcome one and all to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and we are live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, that is Grenada. And the pleasure is mine to be back with you for another day of program, wherever you are. We hope that you are good, you had a good weekend as well. Now, let's get into what's making the news for tonight. Grenada warmly welcomes the return of Air Canada. Latest COVID-19 report shows no deaths and no new positive cases. National Democratic Congress elects Deacon Mitchell as its new political leader. The candles are out at the cemeteries and at homes. New census date set for 10th November, and the Prime Minister receives a COVID-19 booster shot. Folks, we'll tell you about these and more when we return on this Mikey Live program. Now, for those of you out there who have not yet done so, we'd like to encourage you to please go ahead and share the program. You see, once you share the program, that's how other people get to know that we are live. So go ahead, share the business. All right, so we're taking a break and come back. We got to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Quartz Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value IGA Supermarket, and the Superb Distributors. We are coming back, and when we come back, it can be real news in all the lily lolo. So all the buckle your seatbelts. It's going to be a good ride.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA Online Store, where good food begins.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's the Rika Almond Beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call Superb Distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada. It's your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
The mobile app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. With the new Nawasa mobile app, your entire access to your Nawasa account is at your reach. Instantly mobile, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Easy access by phone or on your computer, mobile.nawasa.gd offers a secure login platform through the touch of a button. Get access to all your account insights including overdue amounts, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to website, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion.
All right, thank you very much. And let's get right into what's making the news for tonight. We have a few notices that we would like to share. First of all, that will be important to you and that you would like to know. Again, we'd like to say hello and welcome to everyone who are currently tuned in to the program. Okay, so the first thing that we have to tell all you about is that the people who are served by the Concord water system, all right, you might experience or you will be experiencing outage with your water supply as of now, which is 9 o'clock tonight. We received a correspondence from the National Water and Sewage Authority in that regard. They advise that in order to facilitate system maintenance, you will experience the interruption in your water supply tonight, 9 p.m. and until 5 a.m. in the morning. Concord Water System serves Concord, Grand Mall, Brizan, Happy Hill, Boseju, Cherry Hill, the Stadium, River Road, Mount Gay, and the entire town of St. George. Consumers, you are therefore encouraged to utilize the water that you have stored. Please be also advised that although the network will be reopened at 5 a.m., consumers in elevated areas may receive a supply within 2 hours after the scheduled restoration time. All right. The next thing that we have to tell all of you is a notice from Grenada, as they say they are going through their regular planned outages as part of the ongoing maintenance program. Now, there were one area that was affected today in Carriacou, and for Wednesday, the areas that will be affected are Mount Parnassus in St. George and Craigston in Carriacou. So for Mount Parnassus, 12 noon to 4:30 p.m. and for Craigston in Carriacou, 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. On Thursday now, Grand Roy, St. John, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. you'll be affected. And on Friday, the Gleens, St. George, that's 12 noon to 3:30 p.m. And Grenada say that they would like to apologize for any inconveniences caused as a result of these planned outages, but again, they say that it is necessary to provide the quality of the electricity service that they provide to you. The Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force hereby informs the general public that the Greystone Road, that's Belmont St. George, will be closed to vehicular traffic from Tuesday 2nd November to Friday 5th November 2021 between the hours of 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. The closure, they say, is necessary to facilitate the laying of metal grill covers in the area. As a result, members of the public are advised to make use of alternative routes. The traffic department apologizes for any inconveniences that may be caused as a result of this closure. Okay, flights, boy, flights. So the Canadians, they are coming in. All right. Now, on Sunday, 31st October, Grenada welcomed the return of the air service from Canada for the first time in a year. Air Canada Flights 1066, a Boeing 737 MAX 8, touched down at around 2:55 p.m. All right. Now, the captain and 169 passengers were warmly greeted by Grenada Tourism Authority CEO Petra Roach, marketing executive. We had Renee Goodwin and Shanae St. Bernard, and the pulsating rhythms, they say, of the steel pan music. Now, the pilot and crew were presented with a beautiful coffee table book, Grenada Heritage, which is a pictorial journey through places and time, and a selection of locally made chocolates. Passengers were also gifted tote bags that included a collection of authentic Grenadian goods. And to stimulate demand for the twice-weekly flights from Toronto on Sundays and Wednesdays, the GTA has embarked on an aggressive, they say, marketing campaign employing traditional, digital, and social media tactics in the Canadian market with Air Canada and the travel syndicate travel brands. Now, the Air Canada campaign will include, but is not limited to, digital activations on their Facebook page and the weather network, as well as the credit of 5,000 Aeroplan miles for each passenger booking the destination during the 3-week campaign. Awesome, guys. Good luck, all right? Yeah, we want more flights. Now, after what could have been considered to be the Grenada's first wave of the COVID-19 that killed a lot of our elderly folks and made so many people sick, it was our first real spike that infected so many Grenadians and resulted in community spread. I think it's safe to say that we have reached a point where things have stabilized, all right? And this can be indicated in the last, or seem to have been indicated in the last COVID-19 dashboard that we received. The statistics is indicating that there has been a flattening of the curve, all right? Now, cumulative confirmed cases are now at 5,840, of which there has been 5,519 recoveries, and cumulative deaths stands at 198. Yesterday, 351 tests were conducted, and guess what? No positive case of COVID-19 was found. Shall I repeat? No positive case of COVID-19 was found in Grenada yesterday out of 351 tests that were conducted. So that takes our positivity rate to what? 0. You understand what I'm saying? So this seems to be really good news. Oh, yeah, man, drop something on the live, man. Drop something on the live. Yes, we have been waiting for this for a long time. 0. And those were a lot of cases. Anyway, I mean, tests that were done. There are 8 persons currently hospitalized due to the virus, all right? The number of persons in Grenada who are fully been vaccinated stands at 31,590. Number of persons who are partially vaccinated stands at 6,739. Well, we understand that the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Mitchell, he had a booster shot. Yes, so all you see the picture on all the screen, Yes, Dr. Keith Mitchell. All right, he continues his campaign, and showing people the need that the need for vaccination is critical. It's a critical tool in the fight against the COVID-19. All right, so he had his booster shot. It was the Pfizer. You understand? It was recently recommended that persons who received 2 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine should receive booster shots after their second dose. It is further recommended that the booster shot can be an mRNA vaccine such as the Pfizer. Having consulted with the acting Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Sean Charles, the Prime Minister who received his first and second doses of AstraZeneca earlier this year, welcomed the Pfizer booster shot. He take it on his shoulder. Well, man, take out the whole shot. I say, Prime Minister, go to the beach. Yeah, I mean, man, back off the whole shot, And that's Nurse Lyons. Lyons, right? Yes, that's Nurse Lyons there. She gave me my shot too. And very gentle and everything like that, So the Prime Minister had his... So I don't know where we're going to go with that, whether or not Grenada is going to institute some kind of booster policy or if this is going to be part of our public safety measures. That's what it is here, right? Yeah. Make that now part of the process, But the Prime Minister had a booster shot. So probably tomorrow at the post-cabinet briefing, we'll hear more about this booster shot. All right? Thingy. We are moving on. So, Ollie boy, the next thing we have to tell you about, there were so many accidents on the weekend, and there was a serious one in Belmont, in Spring, sorry. And then, outside of that, today, boy, so many condolence messages of condolences and so on being posted on social media. I know of 2 young persons that died. And well, then again, over the weekend, we learned of the passing of Kaiser, one of the Lacqua brothers. Yes? Yeah. But today, no, R.I.P., R.I.P., R.I.P. Like, you're scrolling and R.I.P., R.I.P., R.I.P. Jesus. Wow. It's crazy, right? Anyway, speaking of R.I.P., the candles are out. It's really different this year. There's a curfew in place, so 9 o'clock, you're not supposed to be out. However, some people took the opportunity to go out early today, as early as 6 and 7 o'clock, and participated in the tradition of laying candles on the graves. It's All Saints, right? And that's what we do with All Saints, right? But things have changed a bit. But some people, they're not gonna, nothing comes between them and they spending time with their saints, with those who have transitioned. Yes, and so there were a lot of cemeteries that looked like this. This one was from the Grenada Cemetery, somewhere around, let's say around 6:30-ish. Tonight we also received, and you can check it out on our page as well, as we have invited persons to show us some of their pictures. We've seen pictures from Carriacou and other parts of the country. Some people also even lit their candle and have it at home. I think your loved ones wouldn't be angry with you if you decided to play it safe and stay home and light your candles, right? So, right. So that's what's happening now. The bamboo bursting is not as much as it used to be. Also, I ain't seen no asham nowhere. I'm not saying that there isn't. I have not seen any asham. You know what I mean? Maybe it might come a little bit later on. Who knows? But certainly, the observance of All Saints is really different this year. We are moving on. Now, the National Democratic Congress, they signal a fresh start with newly elected executive body. Yes, boy. They held their first virtual convention on October the 31st. That's last night, under the theme, "There is no rebuilding without you and I." In an unprecedented outcome, the delegates elected a new generation of leaders, publicly solidifying the party's commitment, they say, to soliciting a fresh, youthful vision dedicated to a renewed and energized focus on nation building. Now, Deacon Mitchell emerged as the new political leader of the National Democratic Congress. We now hear from him.
My friends, I stand here not on my own success, because it is probably a couple months ago, it would have been highly improbable that I would be standing addressing you as the political leader of the National Democratic Congress. I stand here on the shoulders of the members of the National Democratic Congress. I stand here on the shoulders of the delegates of the National Democratic Congress. I stand here on the shoulders of my family, friends, well-wishers, volunteers who have, throughout this process, encouraged me, supported me, told me to stay focused, to the countless prayer warriors who've offered unceasing and relentless prayers to see me stand here tonight. I say thank you, because make no doubt, we are required to change the culture of our politics. We are required to encourage our citizens to get involved in politics, because politics means nation building. And it is our collective job to build our nation. So the National Democratic Congress has taken the first step in transforming the politics of Grenada. You have done so because everywhere I go, people ask me, how can I become a delegate? How can I vote? I believe for the first time in Grenada's modern history, this convention has opened the eyes of every Grenadian to the importance of our democracy, to the importance of our political process. And so I expect that as part of that transformation, we will continue educating our population so that our citizens are aware that it is important to be a member of a political party. It is important to take part in the political process. It is important to become a delegate. It is important to offer yourself to serve on a national executive, and it is important to offer yourself to sit in our parliament, because that, and only through that process, will we be able to influence and enact the policies that we wish to see enacted in our tri-island state. It is only through engagement and active participation that we would be able to control and hold our politicians accountable. And so my pledge to you, members, team members of the National Democratic Congress, is to be answerable to you. I represent.
That is Deacon Mitchell, the new political leader of the National Democratic Congress. The other executive members are Chairperson Tevin Andrew from Carriacou, Deputy Chairperson Sylvester Qualis, Political Leader Deacon Mitchell, Deputy Political Leader Adrian Thomas, General Secretary Larry Barry, Assistant General Secretary for the Western District Rickelson Scott, Eastern District Belinda Charles, and Southern District Ron Redhead. Recording Secretary Cindy Henry, Assistant Secretary Teresha Fortune, PRO Orlando Romaine, Assistant PRO Randall Robinson, and the Labor Relations Personnel Andre Charles, and the Treasurer Andrea St. Bernard. Floor members Lennox Andrews, Elwin McQuilkin, and Garvin Pear. All right, so folks, those are your elected persons who are now the executive of the National Democratic Congress. We have the new numbers, the dashboard. I'm just waiting for further details on the dashboard, okay? So just give me a minute. Let's just talk about something else before we go to the dashboard. Right, so the Census Boy, the Central Statistical Office, CSO, all right, they begin undertaking preliminary activities this week ahead of the official start of the census activities, and that's going to be from November 10th. Activities include field staff familiarizing themselves with the enumeration district boundaries and refresher training to ensure the comprehensive understanding of the census methodology, key concepts and definitions, and the tablet devices and the electronic platforms and so on. So they have a lot of things, the use of the tablet and a whole host of other things. They say that they want to make sure that the persons are going to be well trained and ready to conduct the census. Of course, that's the gathering of the necessary information. You see that those information is important, but we're going to talk about that. We have Mr. Harlem Brizan, who is the Director of Statistics, explaining.
So the new date for Census 21, the new start date, is on the 10th of November. And we are currently preparing and putting all efforts to be ready for that date. So from that date, the public will expect to see persons come into their homes to collect basic information. One of the important requirement is for the household to give a telephone number so that the interviews can be collected at a later date. It is important that at this first visit that the enumerators will be doing a listing of the district. We call it the enumeration district, a complete listing of the enumeration district. And then they will be collecting the telephone numbers. Now, there are certain situations where the enumerator will be able to conduct the interviews. And there might be a situation, for example, that the household doesn't have a telephone number. So the enumerator will be able to conduct that interview. Or if it is felt that the enumerator would not be able to contact that member at a later date based on the information that the householder gives, then they could also conduct that interview face-to-face. However, there are protocols for the face-to-face interviews, and we are being very strict on those protocols, on adhering to those protocols, which is the wearing of the face mask, the wearing of the face shields, the 6 feet social distancing, and the administering of the interviews outdoors, not indoors, because there's greater risk indoors, and also the sanitization of hands before and after the interview. So even though
Yes, right. And sorry for that abrupt ending there. And so he's saying that the collection of those data is very, very important for the decision-making process of the country and to assist in all other things.
States nothing about us without us, because we all count. We cannot make decisions without your information. So because these decisions will be decisions that will benefit you, and at the end of the day, what we want to achieve as a country is sustainable development for all. And the information is not just important for the government, but the information is also important for the private sector, the churches, the media, the even persons doing degrees in universities, researchers, academia, right? They all make use of this information. The information is also important for accessing funding for development activities. So there is so much benefits that one can get from a country can realize from undertaking an effective census where we have full coverage and everybody cooperate and supply the information. We would all benefit in the end.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brizan. And folks, we also have for you now the dashboard, and I was just telling you that there were no positive cases of COVID-19 recorded out of 300 and odd number of tests that were done yesterday. Well, I can't say the same for today, unfortunately. Grenada recorded 10 new cases of COVID-19 today, and the active cases now stand at 124. There were 9 new recoveries, no deaths, so we are right, okay? And in terms of partially vaccinated, 6,729, and fully vaccinated, 31,643. Okay, so taking a look at the latest games in the NBA, Dallas Mavericks beat the Sacramento Kings 105-99. Hornets had a 12-point victory over Trailblazers 125-113. Los Angeles Lakers defeated Houston Rockets 95-85. Jazz got the better of Milwaukee Bucks 107-95, and the Brooklyn Nets beat Pistons 117-91. In that Nets-Piston game, star forward Kevin Durant, who scored 23 points, was ejected from the game. He was punished for an elbow to the face of one of the Piston players late in the third quarter, where Nets were already ahead by 17 points. There are a total of 9 games that are supposed to be taking place tonight. Family, let's take a break and we will come back shortly. When we come back, we've got the national report and the weather.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's Rika Almond Beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call superb distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education.
for your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, they easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016 or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only. Ministry of Health commits to continue its aggressive testing campaign to manage the spread of COVID-19. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Monday, November 1st, I am Rikisha St. Louis. Grenada is beginning to see the benefits of its aggressive testing and vaccination campaign against COVID-19. Sunday's dashboard from the Ministry of Health revealed that no positive cases were returned from the 351 tests that were conducted. But despite declining figures, the Ministry of Health has committed to maintaining an aggressive testing campaign to manage the virus. Health and Social Security Minister Honorable Nicholas Steele says employing this method has helped Grenada to successfully control the spread of COVID-19. Over the weekend, the ministry conducted 513 COVID-19 tests and recorded 1 positive case on Saturday. To date, there are 123 active cases on island.
The weekend testing went quite well. As is obvious with our figures, we continue to aggressively test. So we're not becoming complacent. We still see that there's an urgency, and as such, 350 plus tests done on Sunday, 162 tests done on Saturday. On Saturday, 1 positive, on Sunday, 0 positives. We will continue to aggressively test because that is the prescribed way. It is from that we have been this successful to take control of this current wave. you need to go out and test, identify, isolate. We will continue to do that to ensure that we can find those last possible epicenters or cases, positive cases, so that we can deal with them accordingly and appropriately.
Minister Steele said testing will now be increased, especially with the ease in some regulations going forward. He addressed the phased resumption of schools from today, November 1st.
Reopening of schools is extremely heartening to us. It's one of the most positive effects of being in control of the situation right now. And that is also one of the reasons why we need to continue to test to see what may occur from that. We're all very much aware that there may be, as we bring more and more people out together, whether it is our kids out of necessity that they have to have that in-person education at some point, or ourselves coming out to work, we do run those risks, and those risks are based on whether protocols are followed, and most importantly based on the level of vaccination. So recognizing that we do have a low level of vaccination, but also recognizing that it's absolutely necessary for our kids to get back into the classroom, and that once we monitor it, we will be able to determine whether it continues to be safe or whether the risk, epidemiological situation, or the risk changes, and that's our intention as we move forward.
Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell continues to champion the need for vaccination as a critical tool in the fight against COVID-19. Continuing to lead by example, the fully vaccinated Prime Minister received a booster shot on Monday. As is the case for other COVID-19 vaccines, it was recently recommended that persons who received 2 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine should receive booster shots after their second dose. It is further recommended that the booster shot can be an mRNA vaccine, such as Pfizer. Having consulted with the acting Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Sean Charles, the Prime Minister who received his first and second dose of AstraZeneca earlier this year, welcomed the Pfizer booster shot. Dr. Mitchell said, and I quote, "Vaccination continues to be the best tool we have available in the fight against COVID-19. I am guided by the science, therefore I believe receiving the booster shot will further build my immunity. The science is clear. The vaccine prevents severe disease, hospitalization, and even death. Therefore, I continue to encourage Grenadians to opt for the best shot and get vaccinated. It will protect you and your loved ones. It will help safeguard livelihoods as we find the balance in living with COVID-19, and ultimately, it will protect your country as its development process will not be negatively impacted by lockdown, which is likely to occur if there is a spike in cases," unquote. Continuing the news, Grenada's ability to manage COVID-19 is sending a positive signal to the outside world. On Sunday, Air Canada returned to our shores after an almost 1-year absence, bringing with it close to 170 passengers. Tourism Minister Dr. Clarice Modeste-Kerwin says it also shows that strides are being made to operate in the new normal.
That sends a very strong signal to us that, one, there is a serious appreciation of how Grenada has returned to some level of normalcy and how we have managed to contain the spread of the COVID disease. But it also tells us that the world is getting ready to live with the new normal, that while none of us can declare that we are 100% COVID-free, but we are at that level where we feel we can manage it and continue on with our lives.
JetBlue and American Airlines have also resumed flights to Grenada, and Minister Modeste-Kerwin says she is also looking forward to the resumption of cruise ships so that people in that industry can return to work.
There are very aggressive efforts in terms of working with the cruise line. They do want to come. They have schedules in the month of November, and we are just putting the nuts and bolts together to ensure that we are prepared as a nation to receive them, and that we are prepared as an industry to receive our visitors to our shores under the most safe conditions possible in this COVID time.
Just 1 month ago, the UK included Grenada on its approved list of vaccinated countries. 169 passengers who arrived here on Sunday touched down to a warm Grenadian welcome. They were greeted by CEO of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Petra Roach, and other GTA officials.
Today we're here at the Maurice Bishop International Airport welcoming the return of the Air Canada flight from Toronto. We had 169 passengers on board today, and that flight will be coming in both on Wednesdays and Sundays. As you know, the Canadian market is a really important one for us. It's actually the third largest, and we had the largest number of visitors from that market in 2019, where we welcomed almost 18,000, which represented 11% of our overall numbers for that year. So we're really excited about this return. We know that this market can bring good, strong economic benefit to the country. We're also engaging in a program to get those older people who are looking for new homes, new winter homes, to come into Grenada. Obviously, they come and stay rather than for the 8 to 9 days, they stay for about 4 to 5 months. And so they're a really important market segment for us to grow.
To stimulate demand for the twice weekly flights from Toronto on Sundays and Wednesdays, the GTA has embarked on an aggressive marketing campaign employing traditional digital and social media tactics in the Canadian market with Air Canada and the travel syndicate Travel Brands. This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
COVID-19 spreads from person to person through the droplets that are produced when someone coughs or sneezes, which makes it easy to spread between people in close contact. Now let's get prepared to stay healthy.
To reduce your chance of catching or spreading COVID-19, practice these simple everyday preventative measures. Droplets can also land on surfaces, so ensure that you wash your hands frequently for a minimum of 20 seconds or sing the happy birthday song twice. Avoid touching your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. If soap and water are not readily available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with an alcohol content between 60 and 90%. 70% is ideal.
When you cough or sneeze, cover your nose and mouth with a flexed elbow or a tissue. Dispose of the tissue immediately and then wash your hands. If you notice someone has a fever and cough or other symptoms of respiratory illness, avoid close contact when possible. Let's all do our part to ensure that each and every Grenadian remains healthy. Our health is our collective responsibility.
Welcome back. The Central Statistical Office is undertaking preliminary activities this week ahead of the official start of census activities on November 10th. These activities will include familiarizing field staff with enumeration district boundaries and a refresher training to ensure comprehensive understanding of key census methodology, concepts and definitions, and use of tablet devices and electronic platform. The 2021 census, which was initially scheduled for the month of September, was postponed to October and then later November due to the recent spike in COVID-19 cases and deaths on island. From November 10th to January 2022, the census will comprise mainly a listing activity to collect basic information from households to facilitate the full interview, which will be administered via the telephone.
From that date, the public will expect to see persons come into their homes to collect basic information. One of the important requirement is for the household to give a telephone number so that the interviews can be collected at a later date. It is important that at this first visit that the enumerators will be doing a listing of the district. We call it the enumeration district, a complete listing of the enumeration district. And then they will be collecting the telephone numbers.
That was Director of Statistics Halim Brizan. Mr. Brizan said the entire process will adhere to the COVID-19 protocols. Field officers will be required to wear masks and social distance, sanitize, and must be partially or fully vaccinated. Due to the hesitancy among the first cohort of trainees to be vaccinated, a second call for applications was made recently.
There is the requirement for all applicants to now be vaccinated, and this was as a result of our recent experience with COVID-19, and it's another measure that that we need to put in place to ensure that persons can be safely enumerated, and we will protect the public and also the enumerators as well. So that is an important requirement that the Ministry of Health told us that we need to ensure that we put in place, that all our field staff are vaccinated. So the reference date, which is the date as to when information should be collected of the household, is now the 17th of January. And that is because we are actually going out into the field with not the full complement of census staff because of the attrition, right? Or I should say because of the dropout.
He reminded the public of the importance of conducting and participating in the census.
We cannot make decisions without your information. So, because these decisions will be decisions that will benefit you. And at the end of the day, what we want to achieve as a country is sustainable development for all. And the information is not just important for the government, but the information is also important for the private sector, the churches, the media, the even persons doing degrees in universities, researchers, academia, right? They all make use of this information.
Officials hope the census period can conclude in April 2022. The slogan for the 2021 census is "Nothing about us without us, because we all count." Finally, in the news, infrastructure work continues in the south of the island on a number of small and special projects to bring further ease to motorists, residents, and businesses. At present, more than 400 feet of box and slipper drains are being constructed at a cost of $80,000 at Dusty Highway in Grenada. This forms part of government's overall plan to improve drainage in the south. Also in progress is the third phase of the Limes Playing Field upgrade project, where work has commenced on the construction of a retaining wall and bleachers to the top side of the playing field. The first phase of the project saw the excavation and leveling of the playing surface with replanting of grass. Phase 2 involved the cutting of perimeter drains and the fencing of a section of the field. The Limes Playing Field is an important field in the south of the island as it caters for most of the major community football competitions and other community sporting programs. That story just ended the national report for Monday, November 1st, recapping the top story. Ministry of Health commits to continue its aggressive testing campaign to manage the spread of COVID-19. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rikisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Thank you very much, Rikisha, and the rest of the news team at the GIS. And folks, what we have for you now is a look at the weather. The weather for tonight into tomorrow morning. The weather is expected to be fair to partly cloudy with a few light isolated showers. The minimum temperature is expected to be about 24.5 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. And that is your weather report for tonight. Let's see what tomorrow is going to be like. Partly cloudy at first with light morning showers becoming fair afterwards. Tomorrow's maximum temperature is expected to be around 31 degrees Celsius and the minimum 25 degrees Celsius. Winds east, northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. And the seas moderate, waves up to 5 feet in open waters. That's what the weather is going to look like tomorrow, God's willing. And let's say hello to a few people. Shane, Peter, Suzette, Anne, and Jane. Thank you for watching. And Kireen, and Alla, and Shamaine, and the rest of the family. The whole Canada crew. Big up all the status. Rhonda, Anne-Marie. Thank you for watching. Cynthia. Hello, Cynthia. Blessings to you as well, all right? And who else is there? Everybody on YouTube, we say hello to you. I'm looking at the side screen, all right? So blessings to you as well. I said Anne-Marie. Rolander as well. I see that you're there. Shireen and Kireen, thank you again. And Shum, what's happening? Brenda, John, and who else? Yes. Well, you know what? Everybody, all here. Blessings. Whoa, Brenda, you write that book? Who else? Zaka. Hey, Zaka, what's happening? What's happening? Hey, Vintress, what's happening? Blessings, blessings, blessings. Jennifer, Avril, all right, and my family, blessings as well. And Javar, how are you doing, Javar? And Pearl, how are you? And Celine, I see Celine, you're there as well. Eunice, thank you very much as well, Eunice. Sherry, and Leslyn, yes. And Marcelia, I see you there, so hello to you, all right, Marcelia. Vicky, Patricia, Dolores, Glenda, and the whole crew. Princess, how are you? Blessings to you as well, all right? So guys, take care, have a good one. We'll see you again. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No. Take care.